Well, the crisis in Egypt and the impact on oil prices, really two things of concern here. What happens to the Suez Canal and also if Mubarak stays in power or not. Arjan Ligtenberg joins us now. He's a senior market strategist from the International Futures Group, joining us from the CME. So thanks for being here, first of all. And let's just tackle the Suez Canal. Remains open right now. Egypt controls it. What's your outlook for what happens to the Suez?
The importance with the Suez Canal, roughly there's a rough estimate that around 1.5 million barrels of crude are shipped through the Suez Canal daily. Now, this accounts for roughly around 5% of the world's supply of crude. So you can imagine if all of a sudden this is disturbed and shut down, that is a significant impact on the crude market.
But is that being priced in right now? I mean, the Suez is operating as normal throughout the week plus of the protests in the streets of Cairo, Alexandria. We have not seen an impact on the ability to ship through the Suez. Are you expecting that we will see that? Is the market pricing that in?
Well, I definitely think that the market is pricing that in right now. Over the weekend, we only saw 38 ships go through the Suez Canal. Now, this is well below the average that usually goes through the canal through a weekend. So I think there's a lot of hesitation for shippers to send their ships through the canal right now. And I definitely think that the market is taking that in consideration. So I do think it's having an effect.
In terms of the outlook you have now on crude, what is this doing? There are some that say oil prices at these levels are inflated. Others say, look, Egypt is a big producer of oil, but relatively not one of the largest, and it consumes most of the oil it produces. So we're not talking about a net exporter here. The concern that they have is the spreading of this psychological unrest, political, social unrest, and what that does to other larger oil-producing nations.
Yeah, so the big concern right now is with Saudi Arabia. If Egypt and Mubarak does step down, then, like you said, a lot of people are worried that this might spread to other countries. Now, as far as we're concerned, with regards to the amount that Egypt produces, Egypt only produces 6,000 barrels a day, and like you said, they consume most of it themselves. The overall picture of crude, fundamentally, we're very bearish, but right now, I believe that this is just pretty much a market, headline-driven market. If you all of a sudden you see a big headline come out, you'll see the market react to that.
Your big question is Mubarak, whether or not he is able to hold on to power. He has ousted his entire cabinet. He has named the former intelligence minister, now his vice president, a man who's been very close to him for more than a decade. If Mubarak retains power, what's your outlook for crude? If he is ousted, what's your outlook?
I think if he remains in power, then I think the outlook for crude will be slightly bearish. If Mubarak gets out of office, then all of a sudden we'll see crude probably around the 95 range. And then if Saudi Arabia does start to protest as well, then I definitely think you can see crude above $100, around 110 range.
Arjan Ligtenberg joining us from the CME. Thank you. We'll let you get back to work. Appreciate it.